Welcome back, chess fans. In today's game, Huta is playing black and deliver a beautiful checkmate with a knight. Let's dive into the action move by move. E4, white begin with the king's pawn. B6, black choose open defense, preparing to hinchato the bishop. Queen h5, an early queen attacks on f7. Bishop b7, black claimly develops the bishop. Bishop c4, white increase pressure on f7. Pawn e6, black solidifies the center. Knight f3, a natural developing move. Bishop into e4, black grabs the central pawn. Knight f5, white attacks aggressively. Here is queen f6, the queen depends and creates counterplay. d4, white fight for the center. Now black plays pawn g6 and then the queen is chased away. And then bishop into g2, black win a pawn and attacks the rook. White rook goes to f1 and then bishop into f1, black capture the rook. A huge. King into f1, king recapture the piece. Knight c6, black develops another piece. Knight into c6, knight eliminate the knight. B into c6, black recaptures and opens the file. And then pawn d5, white tries to create complications. C into d5, black stay accurate. Bishop into d5, rook d8, the rook enters the game with tempo. And then bishop c6, a check. And then king e7, the king steps aside safely. Knight c3 and rook d6, the rook becomes very active. And then white bishop is under attack. Then queen e4, depend the bishop. Up to this point, black was winning, but all his pieces were hemmed in. Therefore, black played h6 to free them. And then white play knight d5. And now look at this knight. It is bent on finishing everything off. It is attacking both the king and the queen. But it is impossible. The rook advanced to help and eliminate the knight. This sacrifice by rook saved both the king and the queen. And then bishop into h6 and knight h6 recapture. And then bishop into d5 eliminate the rook. Rook's d8, the rook takes control of the open file. Then queen b4 check the king. Rook b6, rook lamely block the queen. And now bishop is under attack. Bishop goes to g2 and then pawn c5 attacking the queen. Then queen c4 and now the knight has moved to a more active square. Queen goes to a6, then rook d7, then rook e1, black goes to pawn e5, then queen b5 and rook d6. White repeat the queen and black also repeat. Now white plays queen b5 and then knight d4, the knight jumps into a powerful outpost. Queen 4 is a good move and knight goes to f5. Then king e2 and rook goes to d4 to attack the queen. Queen goes to a6 and rook coming back to the d7. And then white rook attacking the rook and knight d4 check. King goes to f1, queen f5. White queen attack the rook. Black queen takes the pawn. Rook goes to e1 and queen d4 is a check. King goes to g1 and knight e2 check. Kings move to f1, then knight f4, king g1 and bishop c6 and then queen a6 support the rook. There is a4, then queen g4 check. King goes to f1, knight d3 attacking the rook. Bishop d7 and queen h3. What a blunder. However, the black queen made a mistake. She delivered a check to the king while a bishop was positioned behind her, ready to capture her. When time is running low on the clock, players often fail to spot such move and yet the bishop committed an ever bigger blunder. Instead of capturing the black queen and move the king to escape the check while she should have taken the queen. Anyway, white plays king e2. Then knight f4 check. King goes to d2 and queen goes to f3. White queen check the king and king goes to d3. And then rook d1, queen d3 and king goes to e1. Now the black queen had nowhere to go, but death awaited the white king on the other side. The knight arrived at g2 and the game was over. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.